Torrie.
What's going on?
We're back.
That we are?
How's it going, man?
It's going. It's going.
Good. Welcome back to another episode of Through Thick
and Thin.
I'm Pelle.
And I'm Torrie.
And we're about to make you guys laugh.
Attempt to laugh.
Dude,
Maybe
you
cringe.
look like you ate all Scooby's snacks.
Yeah? Okay.
You look like a chubby Shaggy, dude.
I was going to say you look like Dog the Bounty Hunter, but I mean, you already ate. Where did you get that? At the Taylor Swift store?
Yeah, man.
That's an incredible shirt, dude.
That's good.
Where did you grab
know what?
that?
You know what size this thing is?
XL?
This is an XL. Why is it so small? Why am I so big, dude?
Yeah, oh, is that where you want me? Is that okay? Sorry, dude. Yeah, I don't know, because maybe you've grown a lot.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
You've grown too, Shag.
yeah.
I mean, Tor.
All those, dude. I do. That's. I'm like, I like these colors. I'm gonna throw it together. Threw it together. Now that you said it, fuck, I can't unsee it.
Shit, I was waiting.
Cannot
I was
unsee
waiting this
it,
whole
dude.
time to say that. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh shit, that's funny. For those that can't see my pants, I have brown pants on.
They're actually nice pants, though. I actually really like those pants.
They're dickies. They're dickies.
So, do you want to start with your week? I think we should start with your week, and then because I have a little gift for you, but I want to wait until we get into to my side,
into
of
the
things.
deeper side of it.
Yeah.
My week. What did I do? I did really nothing much, to be honest. I watched Rough and Rowdy on Friday.
How was it?
It's great.
I seen a guy got KO'd.
Yeah.
Like, clean.
Yeah, it was good. It's never a bad time, I don't think.
I agree.
Like, amateur fighting is so funny to me. And somehow they can just keep getting these guys on this event.
It's incredible.
And there's character building, which is somehow impressive.
I totally agree, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's sweet.
The whole thing they've done with that, like how it's just so casual, and it's like they've taken like the Gong Show that was the early like MMA stuff, and they've recaptured that, the chaos.
Yeah, it's great. And I met a guy down in the States. He actually went to one of the events, and he says it was the best time he's ever had. Like,
what do you do? Do you stand in the crowd?
That you do stand in the crowd, and there's a lot of beer gardens. Apparently, he bought tickets to like the ground area.
Okay.
So he said a lot of the time it was just like you mingling with people and talking and drinking while fights are going on in the background.
That's sweet. Like it's like a street party.
Yeah, it's
like
very casual. It's very casual. Apparently.
That's cool. Well, you watch it and they pump through those fights.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was it? 25 fights.
Dang. I wish they were a little bit longer. Some of them. Some of them you wish they were shorter. But you get a couple big fellas get tired.
Well,
and then
the last two main card events were 5-minute rounds, or not 5-minute rounds, 5 rounds of 1 minute.
Why don't you explain what Rough and Rowdy is? Because there might be some people who don't know.
So Barstool Sports, I'm sure you guys would understand what Barstool Sports is. They put on a little fighting event probably every 3 months, I'd say. And it's all just amateur fighters. It's all just people that have some sort of stupid beef with another person, or people that just want to fight. And none of them are professionals, but they all think they're professionals, which is the best part. And they put them in a ring. There's 3 rounds, 1-minute rounds each there. And they just throw haymakers for about 3 minutes.
It's incredible.
It's great. Sometimes there's a knockout. Sometimes
they have little people.
Yep.
They have ring girls.
Yeah, there's a ring girl contest, which is really crazy because anybody can enter the ring girl contest. Mm-hmm. So you get a lot of treats on there as well.
Yeah, I bet. It's probably quite the show, as they say.
It's got to be one of the most redneck things I've ever watched.
Yeah, and that's what makes it incredible, I think.
Maybe not redneck. I'd say white trash. Probably white trash.
Yeah, like just complete trash.
Yeah.
It's like McDonald's. It's like, it's a shit show.
But you keep going back.
But man, it's a shit show that you love to be a part of.
Yeah,
give me a shovel, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was your
I did that Friday, and then on Saturday I watched UFC.
Well, yeah, what'd you think?
It was really good. I liked it. Sugar looked great.
Oh, that counter.
Crazy.
That counter was so fast.
It was very reminiscent of the Aldo and McGregor fight.
Yep. I think they should have let that fight go a little bit longer, but I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining either.
No. It was good. I'm trying to think of the other fights.
That Chinese girl. She's an animal. Absolute killer.
Yeah, she mauled. She mauled that other girl.
That's crazy. When she got out of that choke in the first round, I thought it was over then.
When she,
what was that Brazilian girl? She held that choke for what was it? Like, it felt like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow she finagled her way out of there.
She snuck her way out. She looks so strong, that Chinese girl.
Yeah, she looks buff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's good. You had a good weekend then.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, just
kind of felt like a long weekend.
It did feel. Yeah, it did feel long.
Had that feel to it. And then your week itself been good.
Week's been good. I'm
just working.
Mowed my grass. I laid down some quarter round limestone on one side of my house there.
Nice.
It looks nice now.
Nice for corn and apple, like for the big
trying to get it ready. Yeah.
You should mow over the quarter down.
Yeah, I will do that next time. It gets longer, right? It grows. So you gotta
inch down.
Yeah.
Cool, man. We went to Grand Forks on Friday, me and Nikki.
Yeah.
And drove down in the evening, went to the classic Texas Roadhouse, got some steak, and then we went to see a movie.
Which movie?
We went to see Strays.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were gonna go see. We were just gonna go see. Yeah,
you're like, we gotta just see something. Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking about maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, something like that.
That one's good.
But then we thought, oh, this might be good. I'd wait till it comes out on a streaming service, and then maybe I'd wait a little longer.
Did you feel like a stray in Grand Forks?
No.
I find that place to be kind of strayish.
What do you mean?
Well, like, have you ever walked around like North Dakota in like a city?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful paradise.
God.
Goddamn paradise.
I thought we had weirdos in our area. Yeah. There's some absolute creatures down there.
But we did go. We woke up the next day. We went to, I think, Hobby Lobby, which was sweet. I'm like, this is great.
Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, it's
building model planes.
I'll show you what I bought after this. It's kind of cool. We also went to, I think it was like HomeSense or something. They had like beads or something in there.
Michael's.
Something like that, yeah. And then we went to Target and picked up a bunch of shit.
Target's great.
Yeah. We went to get Mexican food at a restaurant with good reviews. They only opened at 3 p.m., so we did not get Mexican food there. Instead, we went to get tacos at a different place, which was good. Not very filling. Ended up also getting Chick-fil-A.
Nice.
That place is popping always.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. But I did at the theater pick you something up. I want to get you something. I seen something and I thought of you. So
does it have to do with Does it have to do with the Barbie movie? What is this?
So I want to give that to you, man.
Oh yeah. Right on. I love the.
It's a poster for the movie. I think it's Vanguard, with Jackie Chan.
Was this only aired in China?
Do you want me to grab it for you?
Yeah. Let's show the audience this absolute work of art. Yeah, this is sick.
Vanguard. I've never personally seen it. I don't know if it's any good, but
I'm surprised they were only able to cast Chinese players. I guess they're playing a role, right? They're playing a role.
Yeah, so they are basically giving out free posters at the end, and I just wanted to get you one. So
you got this Stray poster at the Stray movie?
There was a massive one that was like 8 feet, but it had a rip in it. Oh. But I thought it'd be so funny to give it to you.
Just over the size poster.
But that's yours, man. That's yours to keep.
That's great. I will cherish this.
It's kind of a talking point. Like, if you have that in a room, people ask questions.
Yeah, because no one's going to see this movie.
They're like, why has he got that in his... Like, that must be a good movie if he got a poster.
It'll look really good on my social credit score, though.
Yes, it will. It will.
So...
Mm-hmm. That's...
Feather in my cap, really.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Just helping out.
Yeah, this is reminds me of when you were a kid and you got a present that you really didn't want, but you had to, like, pretend... that like you really liked it. Remember that, getting that as a kid? You got like something and you're like, wow, yeah, I'm really gonna use this a lot. Thank you guys so much. I've been really wanting this. And then you like cook and you give it like 15, 20 minutes and you go back, you're like, wow, yeah, I can't believe I got this. Got great. And you really dial it in.
It's like when someone buys you like a screwdriver when you're like 8 and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? Like, I don't fix anything here. Yeah. I pretend to help.
Now I love just getting random gifts.
Yeah.
Like if I could have Christmas spread out over a year, just like sprinkle random shit in my life, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Like if someone bought me a Hot Wheels, I'd be happy.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
Or like if someone got me a poster, I'd be happy too. But I mean, fuck me, right?
Well, I thought.
Can you please put that up in your house, please?
I just don't know where I'm gonna put it.
And see what your roommate says.
Yeah,
put it somewhere.
He's home all the time. He never leaves, so he'll see it.
Well, send him on an errand.
Yeah, I could do that.
Send him out. Hey, I heard a kite was flying. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Hey, I heard there's a homeless guy and he's giving away his clothing. Oh shit! Right on.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also have another story that I need to bring up with you.
Okay.
So we're driving home, right down the interstate. What do you go down the interstate? What's your typical K?
What is it? 75 miles per hour. I'm probably doing 130, 135.
Yeah, right. So we're coming around a bend. All of a sudden, in the tree line, he's kind of blending in.
Was it the Vietnamese people?
No.
Oh.
I look. There's a guy in the middle of the interstate picking shit up off the road, like just a bunch of crap. I slow way down because I'm like, holy crap! I don't want to hit this guy. I look and there's like a bunch of like rotting 2x6s in like almost like a box shape.
Okay.
It's like, what the heck? And it looks like it's fallen off his mid-2000s Dodge Durango with a bit of a lift kit and some rims and rust. And it's all scattered over the road, like just mangled. And this guy is losing it on me. Just throwing his hands in the air, telling me to slow down. Like I'm now at like almost a stop.
Yeah.
But he was mad that I was coming in hot at first. And I'm thinking in my head, and he made no effort to get off the interstate, mind you. I'm thinking in my head, dude, you're on the interstate. One, I can hardly see you. Yeah. Two, get off if you see a car coming, you moron. And then I thought, he's having a worse day than me.
That, and he probably has a 9mm tucked underneath his dash.
He was fired up, dude.
Yeah, you can't be pushing Americans like that.
Or people who own Dodge Durangos.
Specifically Dodge Durangos. How much rust was on the quarters?
A lot.
A lot? Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, it was, he had some good tires, good chrome rims on there, though.
You think the more rust a car has, the more deteriorated the mind is?
Oh, 100%. It's a direct reflection of the mental state of the worker. But yeah, I had to tell you that story because it was wild. He was throwing his hands in the air. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm like, what is happening?
Maybe he was just hoping someone would hit him.
Maybe.
It was all a ploy.
But I thought to myself, if I was in his shoes, I'd be blaming the world too.
Yeah.
But also, why do you have a tree fort on your vehicle?
Human trafficking.
Oh, I mean, that guy's, whoever that human was is...
How close were you to a border?
20 minutes? You might be on
There's
something.
A lot of people trying to leave this country. So.
Well, they're heading into Canada.
Oh, it was going north.
Yeah, it was going. Yeah,
Ooh,
we're going
weird.
north.
Yeah, it could be human trafficking. We don't know what happens in Parliament
up to
there.
Canada, sell them. Yeah, sell them for a house. You know that housing market.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of which, I brought some topics today.
Oh, good. I'm serious. No, that's sweet.
So first thing here, the creator economy keeps growing. One of the fastest growing cultural trends is the rise of the creator economy. Thanks to platforms like Instagram, YouTube, people are spending more time creating content than ever before. In fact, Twitch's peak concurrent viewership was already surpassing CNN in 2018. That market didn't exist 20 years ago, and it now is worth roughly $16 billion.
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, we're a prime example, right?
But
I wouldn't say I'm spending more time. I'm just spending my time more wisely.
Like you're not spending more time
out of my day.
Like creating content
No.
or consuming content?
Creating. I'm consuming less content now, actually. Yeah. But overall, they were saying that creating content was was
6. Yeah, it's on the climb, which makes sense. I mean,
the
internet.
Yeah.
But isn't that crazy in 2018?
Yeah.
Twitch's viewership had surpassed. What is up with that word in my head?
It's a crooner.
Networks like CNN in 2018.
Yeah, well, we were talking about on the last podcast, really, what does the news do?
Yeah, what do they do, actually?
Yeah, now, like, I haven't
They should stream. They should Twitch stream.
Yeah, that'd be funny. 24-hour news.
Dude, they can't do stuff like that.
No, they can't.
They have zero creativity.
Yes, that's true. It's very true.
Also, $16 billion industry. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Is that, like, everybody, or is that just Twitch?
That's everybody. Okay. That's like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, that kind of stuff.
Now, as people are making more content, you have to hope that the viewership keeps climbing as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
because it has to spread out, right? Yeah. I wonder if it'll come back to like it'll spread out and then it'll focus in on certain areas.
It'll get fine tuned, do you think?
Yeah. And then I'm sure it'll turn into the same thing that happened with TV. Like probably radio was around and then TV came and everybody's like, oh, no one's listening to radio anymore. They're all watching TV now. And then all of a sudden that cycle repeats and then
Can you imagine like if we didn't have the internet and we just had a radio show? Instead, like we're like, oh, I guess we'll just buy some radio equipment.
What's up, Manitoba? Welcome back to the radio show with Torrie and Pelle today on morning.
It'd be AM radio. It's not FM. Yeah, that's all it is because we can't afford good gear. Yeah, just static.
Yeah. And Phil Clausen's auction.
Yeah.
We got a Rototill 2004.
And it's time for the news.
We could do obituaries, dude.
That'd be fun.
Just make jokes the whole time.
Read their life story and just bet you this person was this. Bet you this
what
person
a
was
fucking loser.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah, like, that'd be ruthless. I watched a guy on Twitch, and he rates people's fridges. That's all he does.
Like what's in them or
what's
just
in
the
them,
fridge?
What's in them. And that's all he does on Twitch is just rate people's fridges. He gets people to send in pictures of their fridges, and he just rates them live on stream. And he like comes up with creative things.
That's brilliant, man.
Like so.
I love that that's a thing.
Yeah, it was sweet. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll show you the vid after.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to send us fridge pics, we'll rate your fridge. It's a lot better than mine, probably.
Ooh, what's in your fridge?
Nothing really. I got Diet Coke, some milk, some eggs, bologna, water.
This is the most American fridge ever. Diet Coke.
Some cheese slices in case I want to make a grilled cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah, those have been in there for about 2 years. Haven't used them yet.
That'll be good for another 2.
Yeah. What else is in there? About 3 tall boys of beer that I bought a while ago, and I just don't want to drink them because they're like unique.
Oh yeah.
One's like a pickle beer.
Okay.
One's a Radler. Remember when Radlers were like a thing?
Yep.
Bought one of those, didn't like it. Now I have a Radler in my fridge.
Do you ever crack a can of beer and leave it in the fridge?
No.
Cool off a bit?
No, I try not to do that because then it gets rid of the carbonation.
Oh, okay.
Or the bubblies.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then I have... this is kind of what I got to ask you. Were you ever a fan of like Moscow mules?
Mm-hmm.
I have like a pre-made one in my fridge ever. So if you ever want that, you can have that.
Okay. Well, just remind me.
Are they still a thing, Moscow mules?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's kind of like the whiskey sour kind of thing.
Did it die off? Because I don't see a lot of people getting them anymore.
No, I think it's more of like a classy, like you're in a, kind of that environment.
A lot of people spent money on copper cups, and they just did not.
You know where I spent my money? Lead cups.
Lead cups, yeah.
Yep. Like the Romans,
They were drinking out of lead.
There was one civilization, I forget which one it could have been the Romans or Egyptians, one of them.
That's great.
Were just drinking out of lead.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's sick. Imagine the weight on those suckers.
Yeah. And like the harm to your body.
Probably survive it back then, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
what you lose in lead poisoning, you gain in no GMOs, right?
That's true.
The wheat was wheat,
Mm-hmm. Die of old age at 40.
Yeah, but that's probably when we should go out.
I'd say 60.
Yeah, okay.
I think 60 would be For me personally, just because.
Do you want to know my theory? You know how like when guys turn like 50, they move on, like they go find a 25-year-old to remarry. You know, they have like a
people do that,
like midlife crisis.
Oh yeah.
I was seeing a football coach. This is what inspired this thought.
Inspired? Are you planning on doing it?
Heading out, becoming a football coach.
Just like, I'm sorry, this is over. I'm 50. There's someone.
I feel like there's some 50-year-olds who have like kids that are 25 or 26.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah.
But I think what happens is we were only supposed to live to like 45. So they're like, it's like a life reset and their brain goes back.
Maybe like the medical teams have just like prolonged our life so long that our brains just don't know.
Can't handle it. After 50, you're like, I got to go back to the 20s.
Got to reset this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of going back.
Oh, these little tie-ins here. This is great.
Nostalgia is driving entertainment. It's playing an increasingly important role in entertainment. Some of the most popular shows include Stranger Things, which is based in the past, in like the 80s.
Yep.
And one of the most popular shows on Netflix before I believe it moved to Peacock was Friends.
Yep. Okay, now, was that called nostalgia or is that just called a TV show?
I think it's nostalgia because it's older. Like, it's nostalgic. It's not, they're not making any new
Stranger
ones.
Things is an original story.
Yeah, but it's based on nostalgia. Like the you know, like cassette tapes or cars or environments, that kind of stuff. So they've seen an influx during COVID, especially. So like an influx in people diving into like classic rock or these different things.
Yeah, it's definitely getting towards young people too. I notice a lot of young people listening to bands that I listened to back in my day. You know what I mean? Like
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne's getting popular, Deftones, Blink-182, like all those. They're like, there's 20-year-olds, like young 20-year-olds
going back into it. Yeah. I feel like every generation probably does it though, you know? And then you hear this one. Yeah, I was born in the wrong time.
Oh, yep.
Old soul.
Yeah. They're listening to like Ja Rule. They're like, like, born in the wrong time, man. They had it so good back then.
Just a little bit.
Like,
it's not 50
like
Cent.
50 Cent. You're like, this guy's talking about murdering people.
Yeah.
Wow, they had it so good back then.
Yeah, but I feel like even like, you know, everybody loves a classic truck, you know, like a square body truck, stuff like that. It's like a lot of movies are
driving
go that way. Yeah. You know.
Yep. I hate to see an original story though, hey? Like just something original.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. Yeah. It's crazy how you can almost predict, like you watch the first 10 minutes of a movie, like I know what this is going to be.
Yeah. I've seen this before.
Yeah. But we do have Christopher Nolan, who makes some great films.
That he does. He makes really good movies.
Could use more of them. And
also,
Quentin Tarantino.
Playing on nostalgia with Oppenheimer.
Yep.
So
it's crazy though. I feel like it is a big thing. Which, you know what I think it is though too? Like things that are sustained, like things that are quality, sustain. So like, there's certain music that will always be good, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain movies that will always be good. Of course, there's cheesy parts in movies because of technology, but there's just certain things, like if it's good, it's good.
Like OJ.
I mean, I'll drink orange juice.
Yeah. No, I just meant like he's sustained.
Oh, OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ford Broncos, right?
Yeah, they are still around. Murder is definitely still around.
Still a thing.
Not that he did it, but
no, but he was,
it's definitely
devastating that it happened to someone in his life.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
What do you think? The guy that is he in jail? The guy that was dropping stuff in chicks' drinks. The comedian. What's his name? The older gentleman now.
Why can't Cosby?
Yeah, he's got more knockouts than Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah. What do you think prison's like for him?
I hope it's rough.
Like now, it's gonna be rough. Obviously, it's prison, but now the fact that he's probably 80.
Yeah.
Do you think that would make it more rough, or do you think now it's like a care home?
I would just make him use stairs a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't get access to, like, elevators or anything. No matter how old he gets.
I don't think there's elevators in prison. Can you imagine the inmates? Oh, I'm just going to take the elevator.
That'd be pretty sick. That'd be funny.
Seems too casual.
That does. You're right. So, no walker, no Velcro shoes.
Oh, he's probably got a walker, but it doesn't have, like, the tennis balls on the bottom.
It's
got just those, like, plastic slides.
It's a weight sled.
Yeah.
You're just pushing it around.
No.
Okay, the next thing I got here, how the digital world is kind of tying in with the kind of the physical world, with things like the metaverse and even Twitter becoming the main source of communication for the president of the United States, the main source of the way they speak to kind of the public, or the most absorbed or
have you seen
accessible
Biden's tweets?
No. I have. We'll touch on that. We'll just finish this. I sound like a parent reading at a gathering. We'll finish this.
Put a pin in it.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Social gatherings are also becoming increasingly digital as well. After attracting 10 million viewers to a Marshmello concert in 2019, Fortnite hosted an event featuring Travis Scott in 2020 that drew over 12 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, that's at least they did it digitally and not in live, because you know how Travis Scott is with crowds.
Yeah, for him that might have been a good.
That might have been a good move.
Too bad. I think it happened before his big thing, but I think that's stupid, to be honest with you.
Oh, it is dumb. Yeah, but they're children.
Like, isn't the whole point of a concert, or let's say 70% of the point of a concert, to be in this space with all these people who also enjoy this music or this concert?
Yes, but I'm not gonna send my 12-year-old to a Travis Scott concert. I'll just let him have it in the living room.
You're letting your 12-year-old vibe to
Astro World, and I'm just watching it.
Sicko mode?
I'd rather do that than him go in some concert. He's 12.
Listening to Travis Scott.
Yeah. In my living room? Sure, why not?
You're just sitting there in your leather chair, fuck yeah.
Right. It's more for me.
See, son, this is back in my day. This is the way music used to be.
Bon Jovi's up next. Living on a prayer.
Travis. I mean, some of the Travis Scott fans sound like they were too.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Kind of the way, like, concerts being online.
I think it's stupid. I think it's very stupid. But
I'm with you.
It's dorky as shit. I'm not gonna attend them. But I do see why it's happening is because they're trying to get targeted. Travis Scott's audience, when he did Fortnite, I bet you 75% of them was probably 15 and under.
So that he's kind of thinking, like, in 5 years they're going to be even bigger fans of his music. He's going to capture that.
He's going to stay
audience.
relevant with them.
But do you think, like, I get it from his perspective, like a business move. But I think some of the best times I've had in my life is sitting and watching Rough and Rowdy or a UFC event with, like, a group of your buddies laughing. But I'm also biased because you do a little bit more gaming with the friend group, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I imagine you also have pretty good times doing that. But do they compare? Are they comparable?
Great times, yeah. But I'm not gonna. Hey guys, we should log on because fucking Hiplo is playing a concert in Fortnite.
So
I'm not gonna. I'm not.
But would you say?
I would. It wasn't a long event. It was like 15 minutes.
But I'm just saying, like, even that, like, gaming thing, when you and the guys are gaming together, it's still a gathering of friends. Like, you're still gathering together in a way. Is it comparable? Because I don't do it.
I wouldn't consider it a gathering.
No, it doesn't compare.
No, it doesn't. I would say we're just gaming. Like, it's not. I'm not like. I'm enjoying the company because I'm doing it with my friends, but I wouldn't say we're gathered together.
Doesn't feel quite the same.
Doesn't feel that, no.
See, that's the impression I get. But
the conversations and stuff are more like dialed towards the game, but we're still talking and shooting the shit.
I mean, I've heard what you said about each other's moms and stuff. So it's pretty.
Yeah.
I think this kind of continues off of it. Basically, the communities are moving online. people with similar interests are kind of meeting up online. 1.8 billion people use Facebook groups every month. That number has grown by 28% since 2019, which is wild.
Crazy, because there's not more old people.
But I think what the difference is one thing, like even though, and I've heard this before, even though Facebook's like their feed and everything has kind of dropped off, they've kind of nailed down the group thing. So creating Facebook groups for businesses, communities that way. Apparently they have just like one of the best systems for that that nobody else is really competing with, from what I understand.
No, I know. We know that because we have what's in the know.
Yeah,
and that is an absolute cesspool.
Marvelous.
I hate that.
So every once in a while, check in.
But it's a guilty pleasure, you know? I just scroll and just see the dumbest shit. What's the weather doing out there? I don't know. Go outside.
Yeah, dude. It's great. I did see you were going to till up someone's garden north of town, I think it was. What, 10 acres? Someone was looking.
Dude who commented in
Jason.
That guy's got to stop that.
That's hilarious.
That it's funny, but I'm getting tagged in those left and right now.
It's awesome.
Because, like, there was a kid's birthday party. They were looking for a clown. He tagged me in it, dude.
Well, you should have brought a mic.
God.
Done a little set.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, and it's just me. No one else is getting this. People think I'm just a man of many talents on there.
You're going to meet people out in public, and they're going to be like, hey, my car broke down on the highway, or I heard you build cars.
It's getting to the point now where they just don't even message me anymore. They just will throw the comment in there. They just ignore it.
Ignore it. Hell yeah, dude.
He's very consistent. I don't do any of that, by the way. If everyone's in on that app, I'm not doing tilling or clown shows or working on your car.
He's lying. Contact him. He just doesn't like to. He's pretty busy, so he doesn't like to post it online or anything. He doesn't like to make it public.
Yeah, that's why I delegate it to my friend.
But if you post it, if you contact him privately, he's more than game. Okay, so this is kind of off that beaten path, but it's another world that I didn't really think of when I was looking this up. Strava reported that. Do you know what Strava is?
Is it like a sweetener?
Oh, shit, that's funny. It's an app that people use to track like running and biking and stuff. It kind of maps out your route and tracks your pace.
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
I've never used it.
And you kind of have a community.
No clue what you're talking about.
Kind of suspected. Strava reported that the community grew by 2 million members, 2 million new members each month in 2020. Also, the number of activities loaded to the platform jumped 33% to 1.1 billion.
It's because gyms were closed. No one else could do anything.
In 2020, search interest in Strava is up 70% over 10 years.
So they started this in 2013.
Runkeeper, which I've never used,
okay,
also saw registrations increase by 252%. And their monthly active user base grew at a rate of 44%, or is growing at a rate of 44%.
Isn't like Strava like a video game too? You can challenge people to outrun them and shit.
Yeah, so you can create like it's like a community thing. Yeah. So I think like our lake trail, you can upload your time to the lake trail, and then you can kind of compete who's got the best time.
Could you do something drastic, like attach that to like an electric bike, just fuck with people?
I'm sure you could. Yeah.
Shit, that'd be funny.
Yeah, it might. I don't know if it like. I think it does pair with like smartwatches and stuff.
So you need like a heartbeat.
So yeah, if all of a sudden your heart rate was at like 50 or 60 beats per minute, and you're just ripping around a trail, people are gonna start asking questions. And
my heart rate's already high, so I'll get away with it.
Also, there's some part of me that would be like, this would be so funny to troll people like bikers.
Oh yeah, because they're so passionate.
They would just be like, this guy's a piece of shit, and then I feel like you just play into it.
Meanwhile, they're mad at you dressed in like a superhero costume.
Yeah, they're freaking dick and balls right in your face.
You're like, oh, okay, sorry, Superman. Sorry, Captain.
They're all built the same too, which is weird.
Yeah, tall and gangly.
Yeah,
they look like ill, kind of.
Yeah,
they look maybe just like having some like treatment for cancer. They look like they're recovered, and they're on the verge of getting better. That's what I picture.
Yeah. I agree. But I have met some bikers now. I'm going to bring this around to save our asses a little bit, who have very strong legs because obviously they're biking.
You kind of have to, right?
Yeah. So just wanted to throw that in there so we,
Thanks for pointing out the obvious.
Did I tell you I went to a Taylor Swift concert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
She's a he now?
No.
Or was that still her?
It's Taylor, dude.
Wow. She looks great.
Canada tour.
Yeah, Canada tour.
Her wife died recently.
Taylor not so swift, hey? Can't get away from that.
I think we're getting close to the end of my kind of notes I wanted to touch on here.
Mountain bikers, hey, they're a little different than the other bikers, or are they all the same?
No, they don't like each other, some of them.
No.
Some of them get along,
like a turf war?
Like there's mountain bikers and there's road
cyclists.
Cyclists, yeah. And I think some of them get along, some of them cross over, but I think some of them, they clash a little bit.
I get that. Yeah.
But I kind of get it too, because nothing pisses me off more than someone biking in your way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mountain bikers are off the trail. They're off the roads.
And I'm not saying this has ever happened, but I would never hit someone on their bike.
No.
If I was, I would report it right away and I would take care of them. I would never do that.
My favorite part is when there's about 50 of them on a major highway and they want you to slow down and go around them.
Yeah, I agree. My other thing is that I want to ask you, how do you think the electric scooter gang and the electric bike gang is coexisting with the classic peddler?
I think they don't like each other. I can tell you that right now. I don't think it's going well.
Because I imagine that there's a couple egos going on when they're side by side. You got the guy on the electric bike who's kind of like, you're a bitch, you're slow as hell, and I'm not even pedaling.
Yeah.
And then you got the guy on the bike who's like, you're a bitch, you're not even pedaling. Look at my activity level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I say we do Mad Max it. Mm-hmm. Make this a wasteland. Mm-hmm. We see who comes out of it.
Salt plains.
Yeah. Drag race.
Yeah. But the distance is long enough that eventually the guy on the electric bike will run out of power. Yeah. You got to make that distance long enough. Like he's got his handicap is like his activity level.
Speaking of drag racing, I went to one the other.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
was it good?
It was good. I went with my dad.
I was thinking you probably did. Did he enjoy it?
He loved it. Yeah, it was cool. I'm glad I could do that with him. But I was expecting to see like flamboyant men running in a straight line.
Oh, the drag racing.
Yeah, there was
they only do that at libraries, I think.
Yeah. It was cars, dude. It was cars.
Yeah, hell yeah. So were you in a dress or?
No. I told my dad to dress up though. He was fully kitted.
You had a push-up bra on?
Yeah. I had to push him on. I did his makeup on the way down there.
Was he wearing some Lululemon biker shorts?
No, he wasn't wearing that, but he was wearing, Doc Martens. Yeah. He had his Docs on. He had, not the normal ball cap, but that mangled one that you can buy. It's barely sitting on your head. He bought that one.
Oh, cute.
And then he hand rolled all of his cigarettes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and then he dyed just the tips of his hair.
Oh, I thought you were just going to leave it at that.
Different colors. No.
Oh, okay.
No. What else did he have on? He had on a Grateful Dead crop top.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah, no, he was cute. He looked cute.
Yeah. Was he embarrassed at all when he found out it was cars, or was he okay?
No, I think he was okay because it was not a judgmental crowd there.
Oh, beautiful.
They actually, everyone else thought it was going to be like a drag show.
Yeah.
And we were all welcome.
It was a drag.
It was a drag.
Good for you, man. Good for you. What did you see any anything that surprised you there?
Cars. Cars were there.
Any cars in particular?
There was a Volkswagen Beetle that had an LS swap in it.
Oh,
that was
dang. Sick. Was it fast?
Yeah, it was cool.
That's cool. Any electric cars?
No, none of that shit in this area.
Okay,
brother.
Okay,
brother.
Shit.
No, that pussy shit.
Okay.
That'd be like that's classic area. I can already hear it.
Well, speaking of electric cars, the Korean wave continues to make inroads.
Korean wave, is that same as the red wave that was supposed to happen in the election?
Similar. So it's basically the influx of South Korean culture into the Western kind of world and European world. The K-beauty industry, the beauty products originally from South Korea, was worth $9.3 billion in 2018 and is expected to grow to $21.8 billion in the next 3 years. So it goes from $9 billion to about $22 billion. BTS and Blackpink are the biggest names in K-pop together, claiming the majority of 100 million global fans. It isn't clear if this trend is actually originated in South Korea, though.
I thought BTS was like a sex thing for the longest time.
I think I know what you mean.
And Hot Pink, that's got to be something too.
Blackpink.
Oh.
I don't know if I can
ask my dad about it.
Yeah. But Korean businesses like Seoul-based Afun Interactive are playing a major role in pushing it forward. The company creates virtual pop stars and actors and models, the most popular of which have amassed millions of social followers.
I've seen it on YouTube.
So they're basically, I've heard this, TikTok did this too, I heard. Like whoever owns TikTok, they basically just hired... They said, Kate, the way we're going to blow this up is we're just going to pay, like right off the start of TikTok, we're going to find influencers and we're just going to pay them to make content for our site.
That's what Twitch is doing too with, they're called VTubers. So
they're manufacturing
entertainment using AI.
Okay, but man, I know I'm going to put my foot in my mouth because I'm a big fan of Bad Bunny. And I feel like Bad Bunny is exactly this out of the Hispanic community. But how can you make how can people be like so influenced by disingenuine stuff?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I feel like that's everybody's influenced by disingenuine shit.
But isn't that
how politics work?
Isn't that what makes the nostalgia, if we go rewind, the nostalgia is so good because it was genuine. The things that stick around are the things that were genuine.
You can still at the end of the day, someone has to make that. There's still art behind it.
Yeah, but if there's someone's pushing it something even Bad Bunny. I enjoy Bad Bunny, but also I don't think in 25 years anyone's gonna really give a shit.
No,
but at the same time, someone like the Rolling Stones or the Eagles.
Our mindset though is set as us where we are now. That's the dumbest sentence I've ever heard or said, but you have to look at it as someone growing up as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I think what their mindscape is probably a lot different than where we are in the terms of acceptance and because they're on young people, young, they're online all the time.
Yeah.
They're constantly watching streams, watching YouTube videos, doing Fortnite virtual concerts.
Yeah, but I think isn't the best content still on those platforms? Isn't it genuine content?
Yeah, that's just to us though. They might not care as much.
No, that's sad to me.
I'm sure there'll be unique things, but there's people in the industry of music that are just industry plants. They're made to be successful right off the bat.
But then you see a guy like that just blew up that Richmond North of Richmond thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like something like that blows up and sticks around. Maybe not all of his music, but that song in particular sticks around and people resonate with it because it
means something.
It means something.
But on the other hand, that could have all been AI generated. We've never seen that guy. Video could have been all done with AI.
Could have been, I guess. But didn't he make
he's a real person, but that's you wouldn't. I don't think. I think it'll get to a point where you won't know.
Yeah, you think so? Mm-hmm. Man, I hope not, because there's something maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just an old soul.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, there is someone in that virtual stuff. There's someone behind the voice of the character is still someone.
Yeah.
I know in VTubing it's different. They'll be for instance, if I wanted to do it, I'd have to pay someone $15K for a really good avatar. Yeah. They'll do the artwork, they'll do the animation, and then it's programmed through a Wi-Fi or not a Wi-Fi, it's a fucking personal thing. A webcam. They get some sort of fancy motion tracking system, and it's able to mimic your movements and stuff, and it animates it on the screen as a character.
Do you think it'll get to the point where you can't tell the difference between you can't pick up even the nuances?
I do. Yeah, I think it'll get
so.
that. Yeah,
Man,
it's already pretty close to the point where people don't know. Like, Playboy just signed a deal with a model that's not even real.
really?
Yeah, they just signed the tech. This girl created this model.
Dang. But do you think, like, what's your favorite music right now? Like, what do you listen to?
I've been listening to just country, really.
Can you name someone there?
Zach Bryan.
Perfect. That's
Coulter
good.
Wall.
Yeah, and what do you like about them?
Their lyrics are very meaningful.
So do you think AI can duplicate that? But these people, like, isn't their lyrics really good because they're based on their experiences?
Mm-hmm.
So how is AI going to get those experiences?
Because someone's going to input that experience into that AI, and that AI will have to deal with that experience.
But that experience has to come from somewhere originally to put it into the AI.
Yeah, but you can give an AI a song from someone and just be like, and they'll figure it out.
But it has to get it from somewhere.
But it's artificial intelligence. Wouldn't it just, like, adapt to what it's like? You can torture AI, really, if you wanted to. Like, they're artificial intelligence, so like you can fuck them up as much as you want.
Yeah, but they probably just don't care.
They might, or they might completely change their personality because of it, because it's in intelligence. I don't know if it's that far yet, but I'm sure at some point
it could get that far.
It could get that far where they're how you interact with it, it will be personalized to how it feels.
But isn't, like, let's say Zach Bryan, for example, is making a song and he messes up somewhere in the song, like just a little bit.
Yeah.
Isn't that what makes that song so good? Yeah. Is that mistake?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The music's still going to be around. That stuff's still going to be around.
Don't make me sad, dude.
Yeah, you're making it.
Fucking don't want it to be real.
It's not going to be for us, though. It's going to be for...
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's going to be for this younger generation, I'm guessing. I'm not certain, but...
I'm just going to keep asking you questions until I get to the answer I want to hear.
Yeah, you're right, Pelle.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
There's no way that they can reproduce the music, even though I feel like it's already happening.
Come on. Speaking of recreating music, India on Wednesday made history as it became the first country in the world to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole, an uncharted territory that scientists believe could hold vital reserves of frozen water, and the fourth country to achieve a moon landing.
Did you hear about Russia last week?
No.
They tried doing it too, and it crashed into the moon. It just blew up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Was that their what's that guy? The Wagner Group guy?
Yeah.
Was that the flight that just crashed?
Yeah, he was made for that rocket. Yeah, no. I don't know. Yeah.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I'm butchering that, I'm sure, watched the historic landing and said, "No, India is now on the moon. India has reached the south pole of the moon. No other country has achieved that. We are witnessing history," he said as he waved the Indian tricolored flag.
I mean, took them long enough.
For India? Like, they have enough people, right?
Yeah, like it's 2023. America did it in the 60s.
Well, that's debatable.
We did it. Now that another country's bragging about it,
we did it. We for sure did.
What's
Canada done though? Am I right?
We made that arm thing that out of the space shuttle that made the space station.
Yeah, we'll probably take that back soon, eh?
The arm, its rent's going up, so it moved out.
Sell it to China. Like every goddamn other thing we have.
I have such a wicked headache right now, and I'm battling through it here.
I'm sorry, man.
Flip. You changed the what happened in here? You changed it? Why am I getting a headache? What's the mood in here?
It's actually, when athletes get ready to fight at altitude or to perform at altitude.
You've adjusted the air.
I adjusted the air pressure in here, yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
You'll be fine. You'll recover.
Okay.
If it wasn't for those blasted kids and that dog, am I right?
I would have got away with it. I have a question for you.
Oh no!
This is on
this personal?
No, it's not personal.
Okay.
This is on the sense of talking about nostalgia. I was watching TV, flipping through movies and stuff, and hasn't been. When was the last time you watched a good dance movie? Remember when Step Up and
Step Up 2,
3.
Step Up 3.
Stomp the Yard.
Step Down.
All those movies were like popping off.
Yeah.
The closest thing would be Magic Mike, and that's some form of dancing.
I feel like dance music isn't really around, like dance, like choreographed dance music isn't really around as much. Oh shit, I know what you're gonna say. I just realized it. Yes, I know, but it's not as cool. TikTok dances do not count. Shut up.
Yeah, but you have like hip hop culture. There's tons of dances in hip hop.
Yeah, but they're kind of, no one's dancing like Chris Brown. Breezy did, right? No one's.
I don't know if he's dancing as much as he used to.
No one's running it.
Guys try to get away from jail as far as he can.
No one's running it, dude. Sierra, there's no Sierras out there right now. Like, who's Sierra? Lizzo's the closest Sierra, and let's just be honest, she ain't rolling across the hood of a Cutlass.
She might. She'd roll real well. She'd roll real well. So
yeah, we just don't. I mean,
I don't know. I just think there needs to be more dance
like
movies.
a Footloose. You need a Footloose.
Yeah, Step Up was
Step
great.
Up. High School Musical.
Cool. Not so much High School.
Okay. High School Musical 2.
I really like Stomp the Yard.
Stomp the Yard
was good. And then do you remember the drumming one? With who was it?
Was it Nick Cannon or Bow Wow?
Nick Cannon.
Was it Nick Cannon?
It might have been Bow Wow. I'm not sure. Nick Cannon might have been in
Stomp the Yard. He was in one of them, right?
He might have been in Stomp the Yard, and then Bow Wow was in Drumline. That movie was good.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right.
Drumline.
And
so
then
good.
I don't know if I had 2 sisters growing up, so we watched the movie Bring It On and Bring It On Again.
Never Back Down was good too. That's not dancing, but it felt like dancing.
It did.
Poetry.
And Never Back or
Poetry in Motion.
Bring It, and Bring It On Again. Yeah. Was cheerleading, so it's kind of dance.
Was it good?
It was good.
Yeah, and where did all those go? Where did all the dancing films go?
I think, you know what? Since the music stopped, people just
AI just ruined it. Hey, probably get some AI dancers though.
We probably. Oh, geez. That's a good question. Do you think people it's just because of these online communities, maybe?
Oh yeah, everyone's getting their fix of dancing online, watching online videos.
Yeah. Or maybe Dance Revolution, those types of games, they're just not around anymore, so people aren't willing to dance.
Yeah.
Let's also be honest, there's nothing stupider than watching someone do choreographed dance moves in a social setting.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
If anybody busts out one of those things, you're instantly like, okay.
Or remember when flash mobs were a thing?
When they would just show it in malls and stuff?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden everyone would dance they're just
Bossing it
weirdos.
up.
That pissed me off.
Yeah. It's kind of egotistical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Thinking people give a shit.
Yeah. And people do give a shit because we're talking about it, but I think we're giving a shit because it was annoying and fired people up.
Something that was cooler, I think, was when it was one person doing something.
That takes bravery. Yeah, you don't
one
have
person
people behind you.
If someone's going to protest, nothing's more impactful to protest or put on a performance of any sort than one person doing it. Think about that guy who stood in front of that tank, lit himself on fire.
Yeah,
Hero.
That's true. Yeah.
Ed Sheeran busking on the road.
Yeah.
Magical.
Or those activists cementing their hands to an airplane.
See, that's a group of people.
It was 2 people.
Oh, damn.
They might have to get their hands amputated, but hey, they made a movement.
Kind of cool.
Shit, that's funny.
Who else?
Imagine thinking that's a good idea.
I don't get where the brain stops working. Where it's this doesn't work. This is not smart.
It's probably because people have too much money. So their brain just goes, I'm going to try to do something. And then they just don't think. Also, I have another question. This is very biased and very not smart of me to say, and it's just a dumb thought I had. Do you think a lot of people that are complaining about current political problems in today's world are from backgrounds of wealth?
No. I think it's fairly split. Pretty
okay.
Even. Yeah.
I just find the people that grew up in tougher backgrounds tend to just not care.
I wonder. Oh, that's a good question.
Or they have their heads so straight and narrow where they want to go that all this other around is just
But I think you get the same thing the opposite way. You also get the person who's like, you get
looking for a handout.
Yeah, and then they just sit there and complain. Like it's just like, my life is this way because these people.
I'm just going by what I know, and like the people around me, or like around in Canada, the majority of people that are claim to be politically activists or like freedom fighters or whatever like that term is, they all tend to come from some form of wealthy background.
And are you talking like both political views, or are you talking one specifically, or
both?
Both?
Yeah.
I would definitely say so. Like sometimes it gets like petty, like where you're I say the worst of it usually comes from like, or it feels like the worst of it. It comes from like petty places where it's like, do you not have anything else to do?
Yeah.
Like, what are you complaining about?
Yeah.
Like from both perspectives.
Yeah.
But then I think you also get like a fraction of people who, again, both perspectives, maybe are a little bit more aren't exposed to as much education just in general.
Yeah.
And then one, it's not necessarily petty, but it's just like, just maybe don't know the full picture or aren't willing to see the full picture. And then they complain too. Like, like the guy who's sitting at the bar or wherever playing VLTs for 8 hours a day and then goes to like a coffee shop and then sits there and complains about why he can't
afford housing or
why he can't fix his car because the government's screwing him. Yeah. And it's like, well, maybe the government's screwing you, but do you think maybe the fact you're paying VLTs and then sitting at Tim Hortons is not helping you afford to fix your car also?
Yeah.
Like maybe there's a balance there.
Yeah.
And also the perspective of like complaining how bad the world is, and then also realizing you get to complain about how bad the world is, so you might be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing is that you're able to complain because you're that's what our country's granted us to do. Right?
We're also, one thing I was actually talking about with someone this week, a couple different people, was the perspective. There's like two perspectives of like, it was this business owner who lives in California who maybe doesn't agree with all the perspectives in California right now. And someone had said to them, why don't you move out of California? Like go to somewhere that whatever. And they said, why would I move out? I love this place. I feel like it's my responsibility to influence it in the best way I can to improve it.
Yeah.
And then where's the fine line between that and also being like, you know what, this just isn't going the direction that I believe in, so I'm going to go here. Whatever your perspective is. Where is that line? Like, what is it?
That's true. That's a good point, because you always hear people like, oh, you don't like your job? Quit. Go get a different one.
And then where does the responsibility lie in terms of community that it's not just go find a different one. It's, hey, how can you change the situation you're in?
Try to improve your job, make it better for you.
Yeah. Find a solution to a problem.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know.
That's interesting. I haven't heard, like I've heard that before, but I've never actually talked about that. It's a cool perspective to think about instead of like quickly pulling the chute and jumping out of the airplane. Why not try to save the airplane?
Yeah, this guy's idea was like, no, I think my ideas are, or some of them are good for the people around me, and my job is to prove that, and hopefully me proving that would convince people that they are.
And maybe we can work on making this better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, if I just simply leave, then I have no influence on anybody in my community.
You're giving up, essentially. Yeah.
And I think too, sometimes when you leave, like you just leave a bad situation, you don't get another perspective either.
And you don't get closure if you need closure.
Yeah, you just bitter.
You just bail. Yeah.
Like I think sometimes it's healthy to be around a bunch of people that you're like, hey, I don't agree with this perspective.
100%. Those are the best times I've had, is when around people that are not on the same playing field as me. Just because I find that I'm able to have conversations with them. Yeah. Hopefully they can try to sway me and I can try to sway them. And it's just general conversation, which is nice.
And you see them as a human.
Yeah.
Like you see why they think the way they think instead of just being like, I hate the way they think.
And you come to terms with the fact that they are more similar to you than they are not similar to you. You're like, I'm so bad with thinking words and sentences today.
I know what you mean.
But like, that's what, you tend to appreciate it more, I think, if they're able to debate and talk.
Yeah. Do you think like with these online communities and this, like the content stuff growing, do you think sometimes that makes it worse in the sense of like, you don't like when we're face to face like this, I want you to feel like I listen to you.
Yeah.
But if we're all of a sudden there's a wall of like we can't see each other or anything, I don't give a shit if you listen to me.
Well,
or if I listen to you, I can go make a sandwich and say go screw yourself.
Yeah. That and your community that you're in is going to be supporting you no matter what because it's your community. Like,
yeah, you just create this niche of like people who believe the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's like you're just putting gasoline on a fire.
Yeah.
You're just making it bigger.
Yeah, and which collects more. Yeah, you just collect more fire. And then eventually you just hate another group of people.
Yeah, and you just end up getting more upset or more people upset instead of creating a middle ground where everybody is welcome to share opinions and talk about problems, which is what I think Twitter was trying to be. Like, it was what Elon was trying to take it in that sense, but there's no moderator for Twitter.
So it's just chaos.
It's just chaos.
I'm not on Twitter at all.
No, it's not, I shouldn't say it's chaos, but it's like there's so much jargon and bullshit on it that whatever good comes out of it sinks to the bottom. It's
like the early days of the internet before like Google was a little bit more clear. It was like you just type in something and you're like, I gotta click 50 links to get to the one link, or like LimeWire.
And that's also on freedom of speech too, right? In that sense, it's like, well, everyone's free to their own opinion, but you're just talking nonsense.
Yeah, you get some nonsense. It'd be nice to like, I mean, algorithms are a little bit scary, but it'd be nice in a way if they were a little more, I don't know though. Like, I like the idea that you can say whatever you want. If someone says something crazy, you know that they're crazy, and you just kind of like, okay, we'll push that over there. But a way that the good stuff floats to the top, the shit floats to the bottom, and it just kind of naturally happens. Like, it's the same thing if someone's racist out in public.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, screw that guy, he's racist, or that girl, she's racist, kind of thing. The internet seems to be harder to do that with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Like, it seems like sometimes it almost is on an equal playing field.
Oh yeah.
Of like the shit keeps up with whatever. Where in a community, you pretty much are like, hey, we're just gonna stay away from that guy. He seems to be up to something weird.
Yeah, just kind of shut him out a bit.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how to do it. But then you also have bots, right, that are just plugging porn.
On Twitter? Yeah? Or on X or whatever?
On X, yeah. There's that on Instagram, right? Like, that's the big thing. So like, how do you?
Oh, looks like follow me on X.
So how do you mitigate that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't have a good answer to that.
No, that was the problem was when Elon was purchasing Twitter, he wanted actual active account numbers.
Oh, okay. So you have a responsibility.
Yeah, because they were like saying like, oh, we have this many users and followers, and Elon was like, well, how many of them are actually bots?
That's what his thing with the bots was.
He was trying to find the value in the actual like people that are using it. I think, versus the bots.
Yeah, which is, it's almost like that curated, like the South Korean thing. I was gonna say North Korean. The South Korean thing where you have like almost this curated platform because all these bots are pumping up whatever this company, whatever company wants. Not just, I'm not saying X is that company, but let's say it's this South Korean company, and they have an influencer who goes on Twitter. Well, then they pay $5 million. They know they're going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
They pay $5 million. They make a bunch of bots and just feeds this creator, this content creator.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's like that guy I met in the city. He had 1 million followers, but only his reels were only hitting 5,000 views.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you have no interaction with your audience, so those must just all be paid.
Yeah.
Paid for. Like.
And do you think so? With the AI stuff, do you think the AI will get good enough to compensate, like find
that's the thing, right? Yeah. Okay, now you have an AI and you can pay $15-$30 a month for it, and it'll generate fake followers, but they're able to interact. Now imagine it's able to respond to comments and
it's able to make good content.
Yeah,
because I feel like shit content's always shit content, but if you can create this whole almost universe using AI, then
fake it till you make it. That's Hollywood, baby.
Damn, dude, I got to pee so bad right now.
So how long are we here?
About, I think, 1 hour and 5.
Oh,
hour and 5.
Okay. Can you hold out? Else? No. I do have one thing just to talk
Hit me
about.
with it. Hit me with it. I can hold.
Do you think, like, when they were making soap, do you think there was a thought process where, like, shit, we got to clean our eyes too? Like, do you think people
like, we got teeth?
Yeah,
we got
like,
everything else.
Yeah, we're just and they just like scrub their eyes because they're exposed, right?
Oh, dude, for sure. There's probably something, and it like 4 million people went blind that they just buried somewhere, and they're like, we'll shut this one down.
Yeah, but also wasn't soap like a really early invention?
I actually don't know. That's a good question.
I thought it was using animal fats and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know like toothbrushes or like toothpaste.
What was it?
It wasn't that
animal
old.
fat and like stuff you get from like crushing up like seashells and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say shit. I was like, oh.
What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Anyways, that apparently, and it was pretty early, but I can just imagine like people just scrubbing their eyes with soap. Anyways, that's where my brain went today. I was thinking about that.
I wonder, yeah. We should look up eye soap.
Maybe there's a market for that.
Dude, look up organic eye soap. That'll be the stuff that they had back then. Someone's out there being like,
you gotta clean
after you stare at the sun for 4 hours, you're going to want to clean your eyes with this pure sand from the Himalayas.
Improves life expectancy by 10 years, scientists say.
Stop getting cancer.
Yeah, some shit like that. They're like a bunch of people buy it.
Yeah.
Dr. Squash will be to sell an eye bar.
I do like that soap. I just don't like bar soap.
Have you used Dr. Squash? Really?
Yeah.
You ordered some?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I actually got it for Christmas.
Really?
It was good, but I overuse soap. So those bars last me like a week.
Quit cleaning your eyes, dude.
I gotta
quit scrubbing your eyeballs.
I got dirty eyes, dude.
Yeah.
These things are nasty.
Don't we all?
Amen, brother.
Eyes of the Father.
Amen.
Yeah, no. So shout out Dr. Squatch.
Yeah. If you guys want to sponsor the pod, I love your stuff. Just make a big bar for me.
Yeah, big enough that his eyes he can get in there with his eyes.
Dude, I want a block of soap that I can rub against like a bear in the woods.
Dude, that'd be sick.
You just rub yourself against it.
And you can like stick it against the wall of
just a big freaking block of
just a big block of soap, suction it, cupped it to your shower.
Yep.
And you can just do this.
You just rub up against that bastard. How would you clean
sick.
between the cheeks? Just spread them
and just get in
lean
there.
over.
Ooh, like Shakira, like just slow and low, baby.
Oh, and that would probably bring back dance movies.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Came full circle. Life's amazing. Thank you for listening to this podcast.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate all that you're doing for us out there. And
make sure you visit the social media platforms where we post like clips from this thing. If you guys don't want to listen to the whole thing, you just want to listen to things, and some of you made it to the end. But next time you're like, I'm not going to make it to the end, well, just watch the clips. Go to TikTok, Through Thic and Thin.
Yeah, Through Thic and Thin.
And go to Instagram, Through Thic and Thin. You can just catch little reels or TikToks of it and get the funny moments.
Get what you like out of it or not out of it. But appreciate anything that comes out of this.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Share it with a friend. Appreciate it. It seems to keep growing. Over time, we go in waves, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Fun ride.
Yeah, man. Well, see you in the next one.
You bet.
Oh yeah, I got to pee so bad.